Hello. Do you think you could make a bigger impact in this world if you understood the secret to manifesting, consciously manifesting your future? We're always manifesting, it's our nature. But the secret is to consciously manifesting, is to be in the present moment. It's always in the present moment. So I'm going to invite you to tune in today, and I'm going to give you 3 tips, 3 things that all of you can do to know whether you're in that zone of genius in the present moment so that you can manifest the future of your desire. Again, it's about consciously manifesting what we want. And in order to do that, we have to always be in the present moment. Manifesting always happens in the present moment. We can be so grateful for the work and the scholarship and the books and all of the teachings of Eckhart Tolle around his book, The Power of Now. That book is a game changer for all of us. It's certainly been a game changer for me, as I've learned that is the secret to manifesting, consciously manifesting, is to get into the present moment. But here's the thing. Here's what makes it so complicated. The ego has a hold on us with it's like it's conspiring. The ego is doing everything it can to keep us out of the present moment. It wants us to stay stuck in the past. Largely the fear of the past, the pain of the past, so that we have a fear of the future. So one of the first things you can ask yourself to see, am I in the zone of the genius? Am I present? Is how are you feeling right in this moment? Ask yourself right now, how are you feeling? Are you feeling peace and joy and excitement and enthusiasm inside? Or are you feeling some fear and worry and doubt about what's going to happen next? If you're feeling fear and doubt about what's happening next, you have to learn the next is to let it go. You have to learn how to let go of that fear, let go of the past to get into the present. And the simplest and the easiest and the only way I know to get there is through meditation. So the first thing is, how are you feeling in the moment? And again, if you're not feeling peace, if you're feeling a conflict inside, you're not in the present moment. Your mind, your ego is fixated on something in the past that's not making you feel very good. And usually it's fixed on something in the past, a belief that's telling you you really aren't good enough. It's always, the ego is always, it's got a belief system. The shadow has a belief. It's always the opposite of the truth. That's called the shadow. And it always believes in some way, it's trying to convince you that you're not worthy of being here. And it will show you event after event in your past and bring up a negative outcome and say, see, I told you. So if you're feeling like you're not connected, if you're feeling not at peace, if you're feeling fear, if you're feeling disconnected, stop and breathe and let it go. Maybe do a short little meditation just to get yourself back. As a matter of fact, I have a wonderful handout that I'll be glad to, if you stay to the end, I'm going to give you a little cheat sheet that I use. It's 5 steps to transmuting fear to love. And you can lengthen it out if you got a big fear, or you can do it in 5 minutes if you got a little fear. So stick around to the end, and I'm going to give you a link to get you a free copy of my PDF on how to transmute fear to love. Because see, that's the beauty of that's why we have fear. And I don't want to go too far down, but the real manifestation, the real advanced spiritual teaching is the ability to transmute that fear, We feel so deeply into our hearts. We connect so deeply to our superpowers right here in our heart. We connect so deeply to that we actually can feel ourselves transmuting the fear into love. And that's how we manifest. You see. So the first thing is when you got to feel it. And if you're feeling fear, transmute it to love. How do you transmute it? You slow down, you get still, you quiet your mind, you feel your way into your heart until you find the peace, until you get present, until you know you're here, until you know you're home. You see? So it's feel it and let it go. You have to let go of the past. You see, that's the other thing. You can't manifest in the past or in the future. You can only manifest in the present moment. We're always manifesting in the present moment. And manifesting is based on the law of attraction. And the law of attraction is a very simple formula that says, what I think is what I create. What I feel is what I attract. And what I imagine is what I become. So you see, we're always manifesting. If we're thinking negative thoughts, if we're thinking, I can't afford this, I don't have enough money, scarcity, we feel depressed. We attract more of that. And then we begin to imagine ourselves as a poor beggar on the street. And that's what we become. And that's all inside. Everything we do, everything that happens out there starts in here. That's the beauty of being a creator and a manifester. When we know that everything on the outside begins inside our own hearts, that's how we manifest a new world. So if we don't like the world we're living in right now, either personally or globally, we have to slow down, get still, get in the present moment, and feel our way into love. Feel our way into that source of power within us. We all have it. We've all experienced it. Think about something you really love to do. Maybe you like to paint. When you're in that space of just complete peace and excitement, of creativity, you're not feeling any worry. That's where we need to be or want to be to manifest our future. So meditation is not about just one thing you do. It's we want to live in that meditative state all day. We want to operate in that meditative state called the zone of genius. We're not zoned out. We're zoned in. We're totally plugged into the moment of what's going on and what the universe is telling us we need to be doing right now. So we can let go of our own agenda and plug into our service to a bigger cause. And that's how we make a bigger impact. Are you following me? If this is making sense to you, do me something. Put impact in the comment section. If you believe that if you could manifest, consciously manifest, could you make a bigger impact in the world? Give me an impact in the comment section if this resonates with you. Because that's how we manifest the future. That's the secret, is being in the present moment. I have a client that's a professional musician. And he plays in big orchestras all the time. And there is no way that they can perform if they're not all in the present moment. So some of your homework, how often are you not in the present moment? I have people come to my classes and they don't go on screen. And I can look at them on the screen and tell you they're not present. And they're not going to be able to do what they want to do. Because if you're trying to multitask, if you're trying to do this, you're trying to do that, it's impossible. If you want to do something really well, if you want to create a life of excitement and joy, slow down, take a pause, get still, breathing in through your nose, breathing out through the mouth, quiet the mind, open your heart, get still and listen. Be still and know that I am fill in the blank. The most powerful thing we say is I am. Anything that comes after I am is what you become, is what you get. I am broke, you'll get I am broke. I am loving energy, you will be loving energy. I am God, you will be God. And let me tell you something else about being God. You know you're God when all you want to do is make the world better. You wouldn't dream of hurting another human being. You're filled with so much loving kindness. You're filled with your authentic self so deeply, and you're so plugged in that you can create the future of your desires. It is always for the betterment of others. And so sometimes when I get myself stuck in this little what's good, woe is me, I'm not good enough, and my little pity party, I'll say, well, what do I really want for the world? What is my big mission? What is my North Star? What is your North Star? My North Star is I am manifesting a world of peace and prosperity for everyone by teaching people what I'm teaching you right now. Because just imagine if everybody on the planet was tuned into this frequency, the love frequency, the love frequency, and everybody was collectively manifesting a world for the betterment of others. Wouldn't that be a wonderful world to live in? So join the movement. If this is resonating with you, if this is something you want to do, if you want to make an impact in the world, give me an impact. Write the word impact in the comment section. So I know you're with me on this. Will you? It's really, really simple, but it's very challenging to do. So if you don't have a meditation practice yet, because that's the third thing, you got to feel it, you got to meditate on it, and you got to let it go. You got to let go of the past. You got to let go of the ego. You got to loosen yourself, free yourself from the ego's hold on you to keep you trapped in the past, worried about your future. Once you let that go and you get in the present, you find yourself getting very excited about the future, the unknown future, because you know deep inside your heart that the universe loves and cares for all of us so much. You're so precious. Human beings don't realize just how precious they are, how precious we are. Just sit for 1 second and look around you and look at the magnificence of the human being itself. And don't judge it. That's the other thing. You can't judge and love at the same time. You can't. If you're judging, you're in the ego's hold. If you're loving, you're in the heart of manifesting. So that's another way to know if you're in either your zone of genius, if you're in a place of manifesting, or you're not. Are you judging or are you loving? Because this is the thing about judging. Everything is a projection. Everything is a projection. If I'm judging somebody in the grocery store, if I'm judging, I am really judging the part of myself that I don't like. And that's what makes us feel bad. Just notice when you're judging others and you're judging yourself, really. When you're judging, you're not feeling very good. You're just not feeling good. It never feels good to judge because you're being judged. You're judging yourself. So that's the third thing. Stop judging and start loving. So what are those three things? Feel what you're feeling. What are you feeling in this very moment? Feel it. And allow yourself to feel it. And if you're feeling negative, you know you're not in your zone of genius. What do you need to do? You need to stop. You need to pause, slow down, be still, and listen, and plug in without judgment. There's nothing to judge. When I'm in my zone of genius, when you will find the world is gorgeous, just like it is. Yes, things are happening all over the world. Don't get me wrong. We are living in a very, very dark time right now in the history of humankind. There is a darkness all over this planet. There is not a place any of us can go right now where there are not mean and cruel people making other people's lives miserable. I don't care if you're in Africa and you're making the lives of LGBTQ people miserable. If you're in Gaza and you're making those people's lives miserable. If you're in Ukraine and Russia or China or America, mean and cruel people are making people's lives miserable. And we need to wake them up. Because that's not the way we are. That's not our authentic self. We are loving people. So I want to invite you to join this movement to change the world. A new earth, as Eckhart Tolle talks about in his book, A New Earth. We can create a new world order out of unconditional love, where everyone is loved and appreciated for their unique skills and talents. Just imagine that. And that's what we're all here for, I believe. That's really why I'm here. I'm here to make an impact. I'm here to change the world. I am here to make the world better for myself and others. I'm not here to save the world. That's a different thing. I'm here to wake up the world to the truth of who we are. We are the universe itself. We are the very fabric of the universe. We're not just some fluke that happened to come into the world one day. We were articulately and meticulously manufactured and created by the universe itself out of love to come here and do something. And that is just to love others and have a good time and enjoy the world. So if you want to manifest the world you want to live in, to make a bigger impact, follow these three things. Notice how you're feeling. Meditate to shift the feelings or transmute the feelings of fear to love. And you do that by getting present to the present moment. Because there is no other moment than this one. Right now. The mind thinks we're just a series of present moments, but no, there's only one present moment, and that's right now. And if you really want to find out more about this, go to YouTube or go around and look at some of the writings and some of the talks by Eckhart Tolle. I listen to him all the time. He keeps me on track. He is magnificent. He is a true gift to this universe at this time. And his book that he wrote in 2006, A New Earth, prophesied this happening. Prophesies this happening. In his first chapter called The Flowering of Human Consciousness, he describes exactly what's going on in the world today. So it might make you feel better to know everything is challenging as it is. And let me tell you, I know because I've got family in Africa that are living in hell right now. And as bad as it is, we know deep in our hearts that everything is divinely orchestrated and for a purpose. And we're not afraid. We're not living in fear. We're living in love. So that's what I got for you today. Again, if you like what I have to say, if this resonates with you and you think, wow, I'd like to make a difference in the world. I'd like to be a part of a movement that's changing the world. Just imagine a world without all these mean, cruel people in charge. I don't know about you, but I'm exhausted. I live in America, and these MAGA Republicans I'm exhausted. And here's the thing. They're imploding all over the world. We just have to sit, just don't get caught up in it. Just don't get caught up in it. That's the key. That's what news articles, they all try to get you pulled into the drama of the world. And then the ego gets caught in that fear and the drama, and we get stuck back there. Let it go. Get into the present moment and manifest the future you want without those mean, cruel people running things. We can do this. We can do this. We can make a difference in the world. We can make a big impact. You, the individual listening to my voice right now, you, the brilliant, beautiful human being that you are here for a purpose. Whatever that purpose is, be still and listen. You will hear the universe calling you by your name. Get that quiet where you actually hear the universe calling you by your name. Kintu. Kintu. Hey, wake up. I got something exciting for you to do today. I do that every day. I get in here, and the first thing I do every day is I sit in silence and drink coffee and listen and get myself into my zone of genius. Because it's much easier to stay in the zone of genius once I've gotten there. Because I'm going to tell you something, throughout the day, there's going to be a lot of things that are going to try to pull you in. They're going to try to suck you in to the past, into the drama. The key is, how did that drama make you feel? Do you really want to get into the fracas? Do you need to get in the fracas? Can you do anything about the fracas? Solve it inside first. Feel your feelings, meditate, go inside, let it go. Let go of any judgment and begin to create the future you want to live. Again, for me, I am manifesting a world of peace and prosperity. Join me in on that movement. Because I can tell you something, if we can make a world of peace, we will make a big impact in the world. You can make a big impact in the world. Are you tracking me? If you're tracking me, again, give me impact. Just one word. Put impact in the comment section and let me know you're getting me, you're tracking me, and you want to join this movement. I hope this was helpful today. Have a lot of fun manifesting the world you want to live in. It's an extraordinary world. And you are meant. The one thing I'll tell you, the universe will tell you, you are here because you are loved, you are worthy, you are precious, and you are meant to live a magnificent life. Thank you so much for listening today.